Hey, so good evening, everyone. Uh, Thanks a lot for joining us here on YouTube Live. I'll just put the links on my Twitter page and on my Telegram as well, and then we will take it from there. It's beautiful weather in Mumbai, uh, and really, just lovely weather, lovely sort of air quality. Uh, so I'm enjoying it. I hope all of you are enjoying it as well. I guess the I've just put a poll on my Telegram on whether the BHL alert help. Now I'm getting 62% yes and 38% no. I guess it would have been more yes if I had not added that caveat that it's not a firm call. I just spotted a breakout, but that's okay. I would much rather have people not lose money than make money. That is always my mantra. If there's anything in which I would have even an iota of doubt, I would I would not thump my table and go. I would give subtle hints, but I will give a proper big breakout call, chest thumping call only when I'm sure. Only when I'm sure that there's not even 5% chance or 2% chance of people losing money. Otherwise, I would always err on the side of caution. So, but yes, I mean, a lot of people still made money on BHGL, so happy for you. When we spotted it was 5%, it ended 13% higher. So obviously, now look, actually that is one of my issues to discuss. My sense is that this could well be the sector of the series. I think the capital goods stocks, construction, capital goods. I think Larsen and Toubro, BHEL, Siemens, Cummins, NCC. I think there's five or six stocks. Perhaps you want to make a basket of them. And perhaps you want to hedge them. Now, how do you hedge them is a tough one, but perhaps take the highest beta out of the lot and take puts of that. But I think this space is going to do well because if you see most of these stocks are way off the 200-day moving average. Larsen and Toubro, for example, Cummins, for example, Siemens, for example, NCC, for example. I think a lot of these stocks are well away from their 200-day moving average, and they perhaps if you notice sector by sector, the market's making a move at 200-day moving average. The Nifty has done that. The Bank Nifty is on the way there. Long back. IT did it. Now a couple of big large stocks are doing it. HDFC Bank did it today with a move towards the 200-day moving average. I think a lot of stocks are. ITC was not down today; it was a dividend, ex-dividend. ITC is a very strong stock right now. Okay, anyway, I'll take questions, but before that, I just want to highlight. Look, this market is now it's now like a Chennai Express. It's just not stopping. And look at the plight of FIIs who were shorting this market from being net short. You remember 4 days back the FI long exposure was 30%. It's gone up. Would you believe to how much today? The long exposure from that 34% or thereabout. It's gone up to well in excess of 55%. It's 56%. Uh, Now, SRF also was another stock which I spotted. I wanted to give it at the same time as BHGL, but then again, I sort of held myself back a little bit. So the Bank Nifty, I think Bank Nifty is facing some congestion, like I said, between 22,200 and 300, but it's a matter of when and not if. Look, I think now it's very clear to me that perhaps that 11,000 on Nifty and 25,000 Bank Nifty is now possible. And look, I mean, if you see the numbers the companies are coming out with, and this is for the quarter which was supposed to be the worst quarter. I mean, look at what HDFC Bank did. Now, you could argue HDFC Bank is in a league of its own. Godrej numbers don't look too bad. Bajaj Finance's numbers don't look bad at all. Bandhan Bank's numbers don't look too bad at all. So I think this is really very interesting. I don't know, was the market fearing, you know, a washout of a quarter? Was that a wrong assumption? Let's see. But I think this is the demand has bounced back spectacularly. in a lot of sectors in the economy. Could this be something that the market's factoring in? Target on BHEL, I think BHEL is just, I mean, it's just like a spring which has just been let loose now. I don't know where it will stop. I won't be surprised if it gets into F&O ban though. Let me check if it's already done that. Because it's that kind of a stock which, when it gets moving, it's getting to F&O ban. Yeah, it's an F&O ban. So, so it will be in F&O ban tomorrow. Yeah, it's in F&O ban along with Glenmark, India Post Housing, Idea, and Sale. So, sorry friends, tomorrow you can't trade BHGL. You had to trade, today was the day. Now the moment's gone. There are many stocks which will come. Don't worry. Anyway, so the FI exposure is there. Option index call long for 2 days. Massive call build up on the long side. 32,000 of long calls added. 20,000 contracts of short put added. I mean, this is a market which, from being extremely, you know, position on the short side, has become extremely positioned on the long side. I think this China news has also helped on margin. The fact that Chinese are retreating, they would have, Also, Nasdaq hit a new all-time high, 2.4% higher on Nasdaq. And just look at the way some of these stocks are rallying. It's phenomenal. Uh, Phenomenal. Look at the way some of these stocks are rallying. Tesla is up another 10% today. I mean, seriously, this is really crazy stuff. I mean, look, I mean, these are billions of dollars of market cap being added. What can you say? What can you say? Just phenomenal, I would say. Just phenomenal. So Nasdaq's at an all-time high. Tesla's hit all-time high. I love you too. So now that was my daughter, obviously. So now, you know what? The way to play this market is you have to participate. I've been saying this about the melt up that you have. You make most money. You just have to be careful. First sign of trouble, you get out, but you just stay invested and you just participate and have some kind of hedges in place. But you got to participate. You can't be not participating in this market. Now, the market's giving you dips. The market's giving you consolidations, and I think those dips and consolidations are the places to enter, and that's what you should do. That's my sense. So let's see. I think right now the cues are looking very strong. The U.S. market is up quite a bit. There's been buying, of course, by FIIs. There's been long position in the futures and options side. I think the market's up tomorrow as well. I think you'll have a gap up for sure, and after that you take it from there. But this is a melt up phase for the market, like I said. I'll take a couple of questions and then, of course, we'll come back and take more questions on Sunday. Siemens, I think I've already mentioned that this is one of those stocks which is doing well. UPL, I think chemical stocks, fertilizer stocks have again started to rally. So I think that looks good. SBI 210 in July, I think possible. I think possible. I won't bet against it. I think some of these value stocks might make some kind of a comeback. Will market ever fall? Well, markets will fall, but for now the market's going to make shorts, and those who missed out miserable. So the market falls. JSW Steel, I think it's a very high beta name, and it depends a lot on what's happening with the global markets. So, yes, even number options is a good strategy. That's something which you should always imply. Uh, ITC has been a very strong stock, extremely strong stock. PVR rights, the fact that PVR is raising money via rights is telling you that it's in some kind of mess. But you know what? I think it's a great company as such. Whenever it comes out of this whole COVID problem, I think it will perhaps make a strong move. But right now there's a survival crisis for PVR. That's the problem, and that's the fact. I think 3 or 4 more months of no movies, and it will be really problematic because fixed costs are there. So that is the problem. Why is ICICI not participating? It's not participating as much. It is participating, but not as much. That I agree. But let us see. Let's see how things move on ICICI Bank from here on. Godrej Consumer, I think, could well be one of the stocks of the day tomorrow, because I think these numbers are really good. In an environment, and last quarter's base was quite good. In this environment, to report mid-single digit volume growth. Remember, this is the quarter in which we had the worst of the lockdown, and in that quarter to report volume growth, I think is phenomenal. I think market will take it with both hands. It has valuation comfort on its side, and I think tomorrow perhaps there's a chance that the stock hits perhaps an all-time high as well, because the market's hungry for good news. This is a market which is rallying on bad news and is thriving on good news. So with this kind of a news, let me see where the all-time high for the stock is. All-time high is 772 for the stock, and this 8% away. I won't put it past in a strong environment. Voltage can go up 8% tomorrow. Why not? So I think yes, it's looking quite strong. Absolutely. What's wrong with Bank Nifty? There's nothing wrong with Bank Nifty. What is wrong with Bank Nifty? It was up 1.5% today. Now, obviously, if you wait every day for the market and buy after gap up, and the market doesn't give you follow through, then that's not market's problem. And see the Bank Nifty, what's done over the last few. This month, it's up 4%. What else do you want? You can't chase. You have to buy and hold. It's turning out to be a bit of a positional market now. No longer a day trader's market, because if you're doing day trading, the gap ups, gap downs will just take care of you. So there's nothing much to be made. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. It was fun chatting with you. We'll be back tomorrow, and of course, the longer session will be reserved for Sunday. Thank you so much.